Welcome and thank you for joining me, Miss Trot, once again for Math and Science of Young Children. In each of our sessions, we will be reviewing math, science, and early childhood topics. Our goals for this session are to become aware of key misunderstandings in early mathematics education, understand the importance of number sense as a fundamental math skill for young children, and apply science process skills to exploring baking soda and vinegar reactions. Make sure you download the note sheet to go along with this video and stick around as we learn more about math and science for young children. We're going to take a look at 3 common myths that are associated with early mathematics. So myth number 1 is that for young children, learning mathematics is less important than developing early literacy and language skills. Early mathematics has a strong predictive power for later reading achievement. This finding can be explained because flexible thinking, analytical thinking, abstract thinking, and problem solving involved in mathematics applies broadly and has implications for literacy development as well. Myth number 2 is that early mathematics is primarily about learning numbers and shape. But we've learned and will be learning more about how numbers and math, it's complex. Counting is complex, numbers are complex, patterns are complex. Everything involving math is complex, meaning that we're having to use higher level thinking even to do basic math. Myth number 3, teaching early mathematics is easy since it's about teaching the most basic math. When we teach math, it's not just about knowing the basic concepts, but you need to have the background content knowledge as the educator. You need to have the how of instructional methods, and then you also have to know the knowledge that the children already have. And all of this comes together in teaching math to young children. Early mathematics is certainly foundational mathematics, and everything else that they will learn will build upon the basic foundations of the math that they learn in early childhood. If students have those strong foundations, they're going to be able to grow stronger as they learn new concepts. Our math focus for this week is number sense. Number sense is the ability to understand the quantity of a set and the name associated with that quantity. For example, if I have this many fingers up, children must mentally connect the numeral 4 and the word for before they can be said to have an adult version of fourness. Number sense is a building block for all future mathematical learning. Developing number sense takes place gradually over time as children develop cognitively. It results from exploring numbers and using them in a variety of contexts and in relationships. There are 3 big ideas when it comes to number sense. Numbers are used in many ways. Some are more mathematical than others. When you think about it, we use numbers in many different ways and not just for counting. And that's a lot for young children to sort out. We have referential numbers, so school gets out at 3:14. We have cardinal numbers, 314 people may go to school. We have nominal numbers, my area code is 334. And we have ordinal numbers. I am 314th in line to buy tickets. So just think of those 4 different ways that we use numbers, and it's not just a numeral showing up on a die. Another big idea is that quantity is an attribute of a set of objects we use to name specific quantities. For example, 3 is the quality that a set of 3 apples and a set of 3 penguins have in common. To see the 3-ness of the apples, we must set aside the redness, the shininess, the fruitiness, the roundness, and any other attributes it might have. One must see past the qualities of the things themselves and see only the quantity. The last big idea is the quantity of a small collection can be intuitively perceived without counting. This is known as subitizing. It's the ability to see a small amount of objects and know how many there are instantly without counting. This is the set of seeing a small group or a small set of objects or dots and just knowing. So when you roll a die, you don't necessarily have to count to 5. You know that when you see it, there are 5. Children begin to learn that sometimes we don't need to count because we can subtitize. It is a skill that helps them understand addition and subtraction when they are older, as they see numbers are composed of parts as well as a whole. The exemplar activity for this session is physical science with baking soda and vinegar. Children can make predictions about what will happen when they mix baking soda and vinegar together. They use an eyedropper as a tool to drop color vinegar and baking soda and observe the bubbles, fizzing, and color mixing. As they experiment with different amounts of vinegar and mixing the colors, they experience cause and effect relationships. The underlying science concepts that students will learn through doing this activity, mixing baking soda and vinegar together creates bubbles. Bubbles have gases inside of them. New colors are made when two or more other colors are combined. Be sure to use your exemplar activity guide to read through the engage, explore, and reflect as you complete your experiment. And after your experiment, be sure to reflect using questions like, what happened? What did you discover? To learn more about chemical and physical changes, choose one of the ideas for further exploration. So a little bit of background knowledge on changes. A physical change is a change that does not change the chemical composition, while a chemical change is when a substance combines with another to form a new substance. Physical changes are usually easily reversible. There's not a new product, and it's often just a state change, meaning that a liquid's turning to a gas or a liquid's turning to a solid. A chemical change is usually not easily reversible. It creates a new product, and often heat, light, sound, or fizzing occurs. That wraps us up for this episode. I hope you've had a great time learning about math and science. Be sure to check out all of the materials posted in your course online, and if you have any questions, reach out to me or your instructor. Have fun learning. See you next time.